So about 4 months ago, I decided to completely delete social media off of my phone. And really today, I just wanted to do a quick kind of update video and show you some of my results and how this has impacted me. First of all, to let you know specifically what I deleted TikTok, Instagram, and Snapchat, and Facebook as well. So those are the main apps that I used. And out of those 4 apps, I'd say I was pretty much addicted to Instagram, not so much TikTok, not so much Facebook, but I did use Snapchat quite a lot to message like friends and stuff. But overall, Instagram was the main one. So about 4 months ago, I decided to completely delete it. And yeah, in today's video, I'm gonna show you the results of that, some like realistic expectations if you're thinking of deleting social media, and just to give you an update and some insight into some like realistic results of deleting social media, what it does for you, some of the positives about it, and also some of the negatives. And yeah, we'll just get straight into it. Okay, so first off, I want to talk to you about why I decided to delete social media. So the first main reason why I decided to stop using social media and to actually delete social media from my phone was because I was simply spending far too much time on it. I am someone who's been on self-improvement now for about 3 years, and I'm also trying to grow this YouTube channel, so I'm quite busy. I've got a full-time job that's 9 to 5, and I'm also growing this YouTube channel, and I've also got a few other projects on the side, as well as just trying to genuinely improve my overall mental health and daily routines and habits. So it's fair to say I'm quite busy, and I just could not afford to be spending an hour to an hour and a half per day just scrolling through social media that was providing no value to me. And the second reason I deleted social media was because I was seeing and being exposed to a lot of influencers that I followed. People like Mike Thurston, if you know who that is. A lot of people in the fitness industry, you know, guys who have amazing physiques in the gym. And, you know, I'm very much into weightlifting and improving my physique and going to the gym, and I love doing that. But I was finding that I was being constantly exposed to people who were the absolute top 0.01% of genetics and the absolute elites. And as much as I got inspiration from them, and, you know, I still like them as content creators, I just found that being exposed to that daily, and also seeing them sort of have that party life and going on holiday and traveling, I just felt like someone who was like worshipping and watching and admiring these people, and it sort of detracted from my energy to go out and do it myself. Because I feel like if you might be in a similar position where you follow a lot of famous people or rich people, or, you know, people who you aspire to be like, and you just kind of expose yourself to it every day, and it's almost like you're living that life. You're constantly, you know, keeping up to date with their story. What are they doing? Where are they now? Where are they going next? And if you get so engraved into someone else's life like that, it can actually detract a little bit from your own life, I think. So that was the second reason for me. I just didn't want to be exposed to like that kind of environment and that kind of content, really, just people enjoying themselves. Like, I want to enjoy myself. I want to improve my life. I don't necessarily need to just see other people enjoying themselves. Like, yeah, I'm happy for them if I know them and stuff, but like, it's not, you know, when you think about it, does it provide me with any tangible advice and value? Probably not. So I just got rid of it for that reason as well. Third reason was I would find it incredibly easy to procrastinate. So when I wanted to do some work and had a task that I needed to do that I was putting off, maybe it was recording a video, maybe it was editing a video, something like that, making a thumbnail, some kind of task that I needed to do that I was just kind of, you know, I'll do it later. I would always find myself picking up my phone and just scrolling through Instagram, you know. And there was even one particular time where I remember I got home from work and I had to train legs on this particular day. So I didn't really want to go train legs, but I knew I had to do it. And, you know, I'd made a promise to myself. I'd said, you know, I'm gonna go train legs today, you know, don't skip any gym days, don't be that guy who skips leg day, you know. I didn't want to be that guy who skips leg day. So I sort of got home after work and I just sat on my bed, and before I knew it, about 30 minutes later, or something like that, 20-30 minutes later, I was just scrolling through Instagram, just mindlessly just scrolling through Instagram, watching Instagram reels, watching the latest meme that my mate had sent me. You know, we used to send each other a lot of memes and stuff like this, funny stuff. And I literally just caught myself doing it. And I realized that now it was kind of the time where the gym would be super busy. So usually when I go to the gym, I can get on like the squat rack or whatever machine it is for legs, and you know, it's kind of dead in the gym. And then like 30, 40 minutes later, it starts to get super busy. You know, a lot of you'll know it, like 5 o'clock's usually when it gets busy. And because I've been sat and procrastinating and got addicted to Instagram, and I was just like hooked on it and I couldn't get off of it, I actually like ran into this time where it was super busy in my gym now. And it made me so annoyed in myself and so angry at myself that I'd sort of missed that cut-off point for the gym where it's now too busy to go, or like annoyingly busy to be there. It literally made me angry to the point where I actually didn't even train in the gym that day. And I just felt so defeated and so annoyed. And that was like one of the things that popped into my mind when I thought about deleting like social media for good, because it was kind of a big decision. When I thought about deleting it, I was like, I don't want to experience days like that where Instagram is like dictating my life. So that was the third reason. Okay, so what have been some of the benefits of deleting social media? Well, I can tell you straight away that one of the main benefits of deleting social media is I am no longer distracted, and I find it way less easy to procrastinate. Because of this, it's meant I can work on my YouTube channel way more and concentrate on it a lot more. I can come up with better ideas for videos, I can spend more time video editing, and in between video editing and recording videos and that kind of thing, I'm not tempted to really go on my phone that much, because there's nothing really to do on there other than just like maybe watch videos on YouTube or like look through my camera roll or something. But really there's nothing to do on my phone, and it's meant that I've drastically reduced my screen time on my phone to the point now where I think it's at like maybe 40 minutes a day. And the bulk of that is sometimes when I'm listening to a podcast, I'll have the video on at my desk when I'm at work. So like that takes up a good chunk of it as well. Yeah, there's really not a lot that I do on my phone now other than record these videos, and then also just text people. I just started using the text messenger app rather than Snapchat, because I used to use Snapchat for texting all my friends. And we'll get onto that a bit later, why that is actually kind of a bit of a downside. But it's one of the only few kind of disadvantages of deleting social media, I'd say. Yeah, another benefit is that it means I'm less tempted to go on my phone at night time. So I've found it easier to kind of get to sleep and get into a better... Shut up. I found it easier to get into a better sleep-wake cycle because I'm not staying up super late anymore, because there's like nothing to do on my phone. So I literally just go to bed like a normal time, like usually at 9:30, 10, rather than like 11:30, 12, because I'm staying up watching YouTube videos on my phone. So it's a lot better in that respect in terms of getting to sleep and stuff, because yeah, I don't have social media on my phone, so there's nothing to do. No one's sending me any memes or anything late at night or anything like that. And I'd say the third kind of benefit for me is it's just meant that I can focus a bit more on my own self-improvement journey, rather than just like constantly looking at this kind of, let's face it, it's kind of like dumb content. It's like stupid. It's like the kind of content that you see on Instagram and like especially TikTok and like Snapchat stories. Like, if we're going to be honest, it's actually kind of like unintelligent, stupid content that you're watching. Like, that's not to sound harsh. It's not like the people making it are necessarily unintelligent or stupid, but the content is like, for me, it was providing no value for my like current goals, other than just like laughter. Like, it just made me laugh, and that was it. And I'd spend a lot of hours throughout the week just like finding it funny to be on my phone. And when you kind of break it down like that and look at it like that, it's like you kind of think like, wow, I'm trying to build up a career for myself. I'm trying to get onto self-improvement and become a better person. And I'm just sat here like spending ages on my phone, just like laughing at like stupid shit. So yeah, I think the third benefit is I'm not actually exposed to that anymore. I'm not exposing myself to just stupid stuff and like fake stuff, and you know, I can just concentrate on like what I'm interested in. And if I want to go find something that I'm interested in, I can just actively go search it on YouTube or Google, and I'm not having to just randomly come across like really pointless content that's not providing me any value. So that's important to me. It's making sure that the time that I'm using throughout the day is going to be valuable in some way, either providing me with value or me providing value. Okay, so now I want to talk to you about what are the downsides of since deleting social media off of my phone. And the main downside that I found is that it's quite difficult to get in touch with my friends. And this is obviously to be expected. Most people communicate and like get plans sorted through social media, especially Snapchat. So what did I do to combat this? Like, what can you do if you are thinking of deleting social media to keep in touch with your friends? One of the main things that I did that really helped me was I basically just diverted everything over to WhatsApp. So I just literally messaged, we have like a lads group chat, you know, you've probably got one as well, where I just said in there, listen guys, I'm deleting social media and just, you know, get me on WhatsApp if you want to sort anything out. And honestly, I actually didn't hear anything from my friends for a while after deleting social media. And in the first couple of days, I was sort of thinking, shit, should I just like get Snapchat again? But I won't use it. I promise I won't go on the Snapchat stories when I'm checking messages, just to kind of have people, you know, to get so people can stay in touch with me. But, you know, I managed to resist that. And I said, no, I don't want any social media on my phone at all. So I managed to not get Snapchat. And then what ended up happening was one of my mates actually set up a WhatsApp group chat, and now literally all of us pretty much use the WhatsApp group chat. I mean, I'm sure they still use the Snapchat group chat, maybe, but there's like people that use that as well. So like we've managed to sort stuff out and get plans in there to like meet up and stuff in the WhatsApp group chat, so that's good. But yeah, mainly I'd say is if you want to meet up with your friends, just go and like text them directly, because then that way when you text them, you're not tempted to then swipe across and go onto the stories and watching all the stupid shit that everyone's putting on there. That's just fucking pointless. And you know, it's just gonna basically make it so that you have more agency and control to be like, right, I'm going on my phone now to message this guy to see if he's free in 2 days time, rather than just being like opening your phone, oh, are you free in 2 days time? And then the next thing you know, 15 minutes has gone by, because I mean, you just end up watching people's stories and it's just pointless, right? It's pointless to have Snapchat. You may as well just text people directly. So that's the main downside, I'd say, is it just can be a bit of a pain to like stay in touch with people. But are there any other downsides to deleting social media? Well, I guess it can be a bit annoying, because if you have any kind of like business that you're running or a personal brand that you try to build, like me on like YouTube, for example, I might think that it's beneficial to post on like Instagram and TikTok to try and, you know, boost my following. For me personally, I don't want to bring the audience who's on social media here. Like, I think if people who just love TikTok, I don't think there's any point them like subscribing to my channel because they love TikTok, right? If you love watching self-improvement YouTube content, then subscribe. If you don't like watching self-improvement YouTube content and you just like watching Mr. Beast's hype video shorts on like Instagram Reels, then this channel's probably not for you. And what's the point in me advertising my content on those platforms? So what I would recommend is, if you do have like a business or whatever it is, an agency, and you want to grow it through social media, so you kind of need to have it, just log into the social media on your laptop, your computer, and post from there, because all these platforms have the capabilities of posting directly through the desktop app version, so you don't need it on your phone, because if you have it on your phone, it's going to be with you all day. You're going to be tempted to use it all day, whereas if you have it on a laptop, it's like, whilst you're sat at the place that the laptop usually is, that's when you get to like work on that. And then when you're outside of, you know, your laptop area, like on a walk or something, or you're with friends or you're with your girlfriend having a conversation, you're not going to be tempted to like open up Snapchat and like go through that mid-conversation. Like, I know guys who I'm friends with who will like literally just browse through Snapchat and like talk to random girls whilst you're sat there with them trying to have conversations, and I just think that's like a little bit cringe, to be honest. So I think that's one of the, like, another good reason, another benefit to it just pops into my head then, it's like another benefit to not have social media, because I don't think you want to be that guy who, you know, when you're with all your friends and everyone's talking and, you know, having a few drinks or whatever, and you're the one guy who's just sat in the corner, like, you know, just like what, you know what I mean? I don't know, to me that just seems kind of cringe now, and it's a bit like, I don't know, it's just weird. So like, yeah, just don't be that guy who does that. And finally, I just wanted to wrap up this video talking about some of the things that I've started doing instead of spending time on social media. Obviously, I spoke about the fact that I've been able to work harder on my YouTube and do more work and research and just self-improvement stuff in general. One thing I do want to point out is reading books and like being curious and exploring my interests and just like looking up random stuff that I'm interested in to do with like space. And you know, I'm really interested in this thing called Googology right now, which is this like high-level math stuff. It's not really relevant to self-improvement, but it's something that I would never have bothered to go in and actually get deep into and learn about if I had just access to Instagram. I found that like not having Instagram and social media there, it's meant that like when I really don't want to work, I've had to sort of like look for other things to do, and that has actually led me to find out things and be curious about things that I would never have been curious about before. And you know, when you have direct agency over like what you want to look into, I don't know, it just feels like it brings a new kind of sense of you exploring like things you're interested in, and instead of social media just grabbing your attention away onto things, you can kind of take your existing attention and like, you know, allocate it to like specific things that you're interested in. So that's just something I wanted to point out as well. If you do delete social media, you might find that you start learning and reading books and stuff about other interesting things, and you overall, you know, it's kind of fun because you can kind of just explore random shit on the internet. That's what I like to do sometimes in my spare time. I'll just sort of Google and like learn about really random stuff to do with like space and black holes and like it's just that I'm a bit of a nerd, right? So that's the stuff I'm interested in. So I'll sort of get into that and learn a lot more about it. It's like pointless like life information, but it's still kind of interesting to learn about, and it's certainly a better use of my time than scrolling through Instagram, I think anyway. So there you have it. That is the 4 months kind of update of not being on social media. I decided to make this video because I've not had social media for quite a while now, and yeah, overall it's been just one of the best decisions I've ever made, to be honest. And I think if you're thinking about deleting social media, you should 100% do it, especially if you've got something big that you're building up towards. If you're the kind of ambitious person like I am who wants to be the best version of yourself, and you want to improve your life, and you want to build some career and do something big with your life, if you're like that kind of person, then social media is definitely unlikely to help you on that journey. It's very likely, and in my experience, it is going to slow you down and it's going to make it more difficult. So I would do the smart thing and get rid of it. Anyway guys, that has been my sort of realistic experience with deleting social media. Am I going to continue with not having social media? Yes, 100%. I don't have any plans to, like, that's another thing as well. I've not missed social media. I really haven't missed it. So I would 100% recommend doing the same. If, like I say, you sort of are finding it that you're a bit sick of social media. I think that's what did it for me as well. I was getting to that stage where I really started to dislike social media and started to find myself getting like a little bit angry, to be honest, which isn't like me. I'm not an angry person at all, but I was finding I was being stroppy and angry and just like generally like background levels of like pissed offness. And I think it was just because I was on social media, and ever since getting rid of it, it's been better. And I've been able to concentrate more on the stuff that I'm interested in. So yeah, anyway guys, that was the video. Remember, just improve yourself by 1% every day and you'll get there. See ya.